Hello, magical butterfly. Happy new moon in Pisces. The new moon in Pisces happens on March 10th, 2024. It happened at 4:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:59 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pisces is a water sign. It is about balancing the emotions, getting connected to yourself so you can physically feel things, so you are able to process what's going on. Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac chart. We're going to be starting from the beginning in the next season, which is Aries. So Pisces is really giving you a sense of the ending of the cycle so you can balance your emotions in a more physical way, so you can understand what the feelings are. So within the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies that I channel for the collective, I do feel this new moon is going to be very eye-opening, very, very difficult. The energy could be heavy depending on what you are feeling, what you are going through. So I want to tap into the energies for divine masculine and divine feminine just to see exactly where both counterparts are with this new moon energy. So I want you to take a step back, to relax, close your eyes if you feel guided to, so you can allow the messages to come forth as they're supposed to, as spirit intends, taking only what speaks directly to your soul and releasing what doesn't, because this is a collective reading. So first I'm going to tap into the energy on what is coming up for the divine masculine. So what is coming up for the divine masculine? So there was a horn that just honked outside. So that symbolizes the universe is trying to get the masculine's attention. So what is coming up for the divine masculine? What is spirit trying to communicate to the masculine about, get his attention on? What can you tell us, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors? Thank you. So with grapes, luxury, spirit is advising him to start looking at the luxury of life, to see how precious the gift of life is, and not to take anything or anyone for granted. So the masculine harbors very deeply on sending a message. This message is something he would like to send to the divine feminine, but he hesitates. He has been hesitating for a very long time, for the simple fact that he is scared to physically send this message, because he is not sure how it's going to be received, how it's going to change for him. So I feel divine masculine feels more comfortable sending telepathic, energetic messages in the 5D. There's coughing going on in the background, so his throat chakra is most likely blocked. He is not sure how to communicate. He wants to send this message, but he knows sending it telepathically, energetically, is not going to be received, because I feel the divine feminine has shifted into a 3D energy, or she is just not liking to connect with him in a 5D capacity as often as she used to, because she's seeing how it just doesn't help her on her journey. So with victory and wreath, I feel this message has been on draft, unsend, since, because I'm getting Christmas vibes from this wreath, since December. He has been wanting to say something to her since December. We're now in March, so that's about 3 months he's been sitting on this message. So why is that? the spirit of the Christmas season, which was December, I'm hearing December 23rd through the 27th, is when he had the realization he needed to send this message, but he never sent it. And he still sits on it. He knows that he should. I feel that things are frozen in time between him and the Divine Feminine, and most of that is because of his actions and his decisions on the direction he went in his life. He is now seeing the Divine Feminine as the butterfly. She has completely morphed herself into something very beautiful, something very unique, something very specific for her. So if Divine Feminine did a lot of things for the masculine, she most likely pulled back her energy. So she is now focusing on herself. And this has ignited the heart chakra, the love between the two of them, the heart. This could be a twin flame connection if you resonate with a twin flame connection, soulmate, but it doesn't have to. This is just igniting the heart. This is like the pull towards the heart, because the masculine sees that maybe in the past he's been too rigid, too very wound up too tight, and he's ready to loosen his tie. And by loosening his tie, he's realizing how blocked his throat chakra is. So the universe is trying to show him there is a strategy, there is a way you can send this message to say what you need to say, and not focus solely on how it's going to be received, how she is going to respond. And mostly the universe is trying to teach him, detach from the outcome. Don't have an expectation. Just send the message, say what you need to say. She's either going to respond or she's not. But either way, you will have your answer. Because even if she doesn't respond, that is an answer. So right now, divine masculines are surrounded by their angels. They have an angel that is around them that could be a passed over loved one, and they are just being guided to have faith. So divine masculines are definitely seeing feathers right now, and they are being guided to just listen to what their angels, their spirit team, spirit has to say, and to start understanding that you can't control how she receives the message, how she interprets it, how she responds, but what you can control is your headspace and your heart space when you send it, as you're sending it, and after you have sent it, so you can be open to the response. It is very important for divine masculine and divine feminine to understand the relationship pattern that each one has. When one is in an anxious relationship pattern, which is where they let their mind come in and tell them fearful stories, the other one could be avoidant, where they just avoid the situation and just don't say anything. So whatever the relationship attachment is, I do feel divine masculines are being guided to be more physically present and to get more centered and grounded with this new moon in Pisces energy. It's time to balance the energy, to speak the truth, and to speak from your heart. So that's what's going on with divine masculines. So let's see what is going on with the divine feminine. So with the new moon in Pisces energy, I already have one card flying out. What is coming up for divine feminine? Is she picking up on this energy of her masculine? Is something else happening for her? We already have another card coming out. So what can you tell me about what is coming up for divine feminine? All right, 3 cards want to come out right off the bat. So with synchronicity, the divine feminine is finally in sync with her higher self, her spirit team, and she is really being shown how connecting to her chakras can help her moving forward. So divine feminine is just being guided to really work on the throat chakra, the heart chakra, and the third eye. And then if it applies, those are the 3 main that are coming through for the collective, but some will need to work on solar plexus or sacral. But divine feminine, you're starting to see that with duality, by you staying present in your life, is going to help you stay connected to your chakras, because when you can stay physically in your life, you essentially stay connected to yourself. And the morning after shows me that you definitely feel like it's the morning after, where when the dust settles, when the mind is sober, you really start to realize the decisions. And I feel Divine Feminines are reflecting very heavily on their actions and their headspace when it came to the Divine Masculine in the past. So it's time to quiet the mind, Divine Feminine, because no means no. You don't need to go there. You don't need to relive it. You don't need to rehash it. What you need to do is to get comfortable. That's what Pillow Princess is telling you. Going into meditation, going into some type of calm sleep, really working on keeping your sleep very restful. And you could have a friend around you who you could speak to about this. But this friend is telling you through this reading that they are available to talk to you. You know who this friend is. You have a friend who maybe you haven't spoken to them in a while, but this friend is here for you should you need them. I'm hearing the song Lean on Me. Lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. So your friend is curious. Your friend misses you, and your friend knows there's something going on. So being transparent means being honest. So Divine Feminine, you are being guided to be transparent and honest about your feelings. Don't allow the clouded judgment of your ego and of your headspace getting into overwhelming energy to make you feel that you have an axe to grind with the Divine Masculine, because you don't. You don't have anything left to say, because you've said everything, and the climax here is you just allowing it to finish. You do know he wants to set the record straight. This card is confirming, yes, he does. You know that he now regrets the way that he treated you. He now knows that you view him now in the sense of he's an old flame. He's someone from the past. This was someone you could have had a fling with, or the spark lit and then the spark died as quickly as it was lit. And you know that he feels that this connection is in the closet, that it's in the back of your mind. And yes, maybe in some ways you feel him thinking that you are the bitch. Or maybe you feel you're acting as a bitch towards him because you set boundaries, you're closed off to him. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries and pulling back your energy. You're not being a bitch. You shouldn't feel like he's viewing you as one. What you are doing is you're setting the tone for, hey, you know what? I wanted a physical connection with you. You couldn't give that to me. I stopped the 5D connection because it doesn't do me any good when my desire is a physical connection with another person. So you have refined yourself, and what that has done for him, it has made him hungry. It has made him curious. And now he sees you as the fighter. He sees you as the Divine Feminine. And now he only has tunnel vision for what he didn't do. And he has to speak up, and you know this. But here's the thing. He needs to open his heart. He needs to allow his bleeding heart to stop bleeding and to start beating. So, Divine Feminine, don't allow yourself to get caught up in his energy. Instead, pull it back and stay connected to you. Allow him to find what he needs going forward. So I want to look more into what Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine's energy, what's coming up for them right now, means for the connection. So, what does this mean for the connection between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine? What does this mean for both counterparts, please? And thank you. All right, one card has already flown out, so I will take that. Oh, we got two. All right. So what this means, oh, I love this. Divine Feminine is the Empress. She is in the embodiment of the Divine Feminine. She is about conception, nurture, and grace. By taking care of herself, by pulling her energy back, by focusing on herself, she is now birthing something new. And what she's birthing is the lovers. She's birthing love with a masculine, whether it's the divine masculine from the past, or perhaps she is looking to just stay open. And I had a motorcycle go down my street, so Knight of Swords action with motorcycles, decisive action. Her decisive actions are helping her bridge the gap. So she's saying, hey, you know what, I had this beautiful connection. It felt beautiful in the 5D, but what I want now, I want that 5D beautiful energy to come into my 3D life. So she's looking to manifest a relationship with sexuality. This is someone she has pure intimacy with. This could be a soulmate connection if she's a twin flame, or she's calling back in the twin flame. It's going to be different for everyone. So just stay open to it, because this is collective. So remember, she's mastering the Lovers, because essentially the Empress is the Queen of Wands. She could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. Aries season begins this month. So by Aries season, I feel divine feminines are going to be walking the path of confidence, because this card is about exuberance, self-assured, and vibrant. She knows it's coming. She feels the sunlight. She sees the light. She knows that by staying in the energy of the Page of Pentacles, she is open to the 3D messages, and maybe this masculine will send the message because the divine feminine is very physically present, and she is open to this practical, trustworthy message to come through, and she will respond how she sees fit. Because this connection is coming full circle. It is getting into the energy of the world. And by getting into the energy of the world, it simply means this connection is birthing something new. There is a completion of a cycle. There is a beautiful new beginning happening. So 21 equals a 3. Angel number 3 could be a number that you're seeing right now, or you will be seeing. Number 3 represents the triangle of mind, body, and spirit. Mind is the third eye. Body is the heart. Spirit is the root, and in the center of it all is the solar plexus chakra. So now I want to get you some guidance. So this will be guidance for both divine masculine and divine feminine when it comes to each other, the new moon energy, and just what spirit wants them to know. So I felt called to use twin flame angel numbers that was created by Mystic Moon Oracles. This is a twin flame angel number deck, but the intention behind this is that it can apply to anyone who the card speaks to, regardless of the label of love connection that you are tied to. So what angel number message do you have for the collective? So with 23, 23 equals a 5. So you have 5 plus 5 is a 10. 10s are about new cycles starting. So you have a change coming. And that change is telling you to tap into the energies of your twin flame connection, or just your connection, as a source of creative channeling and expression. And because this heart is orange, I feel for those who are being called to really dive into the sacral chakra for their connection, to be able to create something, to be able to connect more of a divine feminine energy. With number 64, because this equals a 10, is telling you to try to see things from your twin flames, your person's perspective, to gain a better understanding. So sometimes we get so caught up in what we want that we forget that our person, our twin flame, soulmate, divine masculine, divine feminine, is an actual person. And sometimes they're struggling with something, or they're not seeing something, or maybe our energy and what we're projecting towards them is too much for them. So blue is about throat chakra. It's about speaking. So you have to speak, even if you can't physically speak to your person, if you two are in no contact, or you just don't feel comfortable having this conversation with them, speak it into existence by writing it out. Even if you find yourself having to apologize for not seeing their perspective, or seeing how the way you projected, the way you acted, caused them to walk away. Because what that's going to do for you is get you into the energy of 1133. So 11 is the number of new beginnings. We already know what number 3 is. So 11, equals a 2. 2s are about partnerships and balance. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Angel number 6 is about completion, inner child. And when you have 2 plus 6, you have an 8. Abundance, the forever number. And this is essentially telling you to commit to being the best version of yourself and enjoy the positive impact it has on your connection. So you're being guided to see the positive vibes from it. So I want to just tap into any of the heavy energy that could be coming up for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine and bring some guidance, please. Some clarity as to why it may be coming up. I'm going to be using the Dark Night of the Soul Tarot that was created by Mystic Moon for this. I just felt called to use this deck just to see any heavy energy that could be coming up, why, whatever spirit wants you to know. So the 3 of Decay is telling you that the past is over. The past is dead. It is submerged in water, and I'm hearing it's trying so hard to come back to life, but here's the thing. Something that's submerged in water is stuck. It can't come back up to the surface. It's because there's something weighing it down. So what is weighing it down? The fact that you're being guided to take that leap of faith. So the journey of the darkness is telling you to get out of the darkness, you must go towards the light. So here's the thing, when something is submerged in water, it's essentially at the bottom of the water. Just imagine something like, they're showing me the Titanic, okay? The Titanic sunk in the middle of the ocean. The Titanic is at the bottom of the ocean. It cannot come up to the surface because if it did, the ship would disintegrate. So it's going to stay at the bottom of the ocean forever. Will it remain intact or will it continue to dissolve? Time will tell. Whatever is submerged at the bottom of the ocean that is never supposed to see the light of day, which is the past. And the Fool is telling you, for you to come out of that, you have to submerge to the top of the water by yourself. You have to take that leap of faith and leave the past behind you. Forget your past. Even if you're leaving that person behind you. If that person is meant to walk life with you, they will catch up to you. They will find you. Anyone who is fated or destined for you will come into your life or come back into your life when they're supposed to. Allow the journey of the darkness to show you the new. Because when you can do that, you will understand that with temper tantrum, when you get into those fits of rage because you get so frustrated with your person, you will understand that you were being triggered for you to walk away and go to a safe passage. So yes, right now it's up in flames, and I'm even hearing that song Just Like Jesse James. It's by Cher. Gonna go down in flames just like Jesse James. So like there's a lyric that's coming through. You're an outlaw lover and I'm after your hide. It won't be, I forget what it is. Listen to that song, because the song is telling you, yes, you're after the masculine's hide or the feminine's hide, but it's not working out. Things are up in flames. So here's the thing. The 2 of Torment is essentially the 2 of Swords. Stalemate and indecision. There's something that's just not, there's something that's just not clicking. So the Ace of Torment is telling you, through smoke and mirrors, when you let the smoke settle, when you let the dust clear, you will see that your person, everything that they do triggers you because they are a mirror to you. They are mirroring back to you something that you need to learn. When you can look in the mirror and you can see your reflection, when you can see things clearly, that is when things shift. So I'm going to close out this reading on how things may go. So how things may go between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. What can you tell us, Spirit, on how things may go? So just remember, this is just how they might go, because energy does change daily, and it is going to depend on the free will decisions that both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine make in physical 3D world. So we have the spirit of envy. So someone wears a mask. This mask represents discontent, resentful, and miserable energy. So both masculine and feminine are going to come to the realization that they have to remove the mask, because this mask hides their true intentions, their true feelings. It's almost like they live it in a masquerade where things are false, they're hidden, and they're deceptive. They are going to want to show their true colors, their true feelings, their true face. They don't want to hide anymore. And what that's going to do for this connection is going to bring it into the energy of alchemy. With manifest, skill, and transmutation, masculine and feminine are going to be able to manifest. So masculines will manifest from the solar plexus chakra, and feminines are going to manifest from the sacral. And what is that going to bring? It's going to bring an end to the cycle that the two of them have been in. By the end of the winter season, which the winter season ends here in the northern hemisphere this month in March, around mid-March, spring equinox happens. So the end of winter, the beginning of spring, brings in a new beginning. It's telling both counterparts to connect to spirit animal fox, to allow yourself to be clever, to be smart, to be sly, to be cunning, and to listen to your instincts. That is going to help you balance the scales with this connection. Whether the two of you communicate or you don't, it doesn't matter. Karma will be given. Justice will be served. Balance will be restored. And what that's going to bring you through spirit animal eagle, but I'm seeing angel number 7. Spirit of the key is telling you the universe is going to hand you a key. Angel number 7 is about your mysticism, which is your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs, what you believe to be true, and your inner wisdom. You are going to shift into solution mindset, listening to the wisdom of your soul, your spiritual knowledge. And what that is going to bring you is the energy of the cat, which is essentially intuition. It is you trusting your instincts and walking through life intuitively guiding yourself. Because the moon cycle teaches you every month that you have visions, you have dreams, illumination, that it is time to let go, it is time to release, it is time to set intentions, it is time to do whatever you feel you need to do. So overall, you don't need to be rescued, you don't need to be kept in the dark. Feminines, it is time to save yourselves from a life of limitation. Be receptive, be intuitive, be nurturing, be the empress. Allow yourself to be the empress so you can find it in your heart to forgive, to forget, to move on, to move forward, to find peace with what has happened in the past with your masculine, so you can move forward on your journey with a clean slate, not allowing the pain of the past or the energy of the past to pull you down, to put you in the sense where you feel you're submerged in water with no end in sight. And masculines, you are being guided to take action, to get in your power, to dominate, to be able to speak your truth, to be able to speak your mind, and to be able to hit send on that message if it's something that has been sitting. To say what you need to say, have meaning behind it, have zero attachment to it, allow her to make the decision if she wants to open the door to communication. If she doesn't, then you have your answer and you can move forward. But if she does, trust that whatever happens is supposed to happen. I do hope that this new moon in Pisces energy reading has brought you clarity and guidance. If it did, drop a comment below to let me know. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Make sure you have the bell notification set so you can be notified when new content is posted on my channel. If you are interested in booking with me, you can go to the description box below to see my full list of services, the links on how you can book with me, and all the ways you can connect with me outside of YouTube. Have a magical day, night, or afternoon. Love and light to you all. Happy new moon.